Hello, mate. How are you? What's hello for that? Let's try the plantain first.
That's what I've done. That makes me the winner.
Congratulations.
It shouldn't be a crazy idea.
Yeah, how can we build ourselves up? We can have a place for everyone, but I think the creative economy is set to be in Africa.
In regards to only using 90 million to make it, but then over 50.
They study abroad, bring back the income.
Well, I would say it's quite capitalist, right?
And then we're actually going to say, all right, that's a lot of what's happening right now.
It's a problem. We're looking at people choosing numbers and popularity over professionalism. No, cool.
I'm looking at the way I came, right?
And again, shout out to Red Bull. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, we are vlogging a seminar. It's called Diaspora Creative Founders. It's been run by Up and Down fellow called Penza, and it's powered by Red Bull London. So it's basically a creative meet for creative people to come together and, you know, collaborate and do things together and get to bring out the best in them. And guess what? It's 7:05 here in London and the sun is just setting. Just look at the view. Oh, this is so, like they say in London, we always walk. I'm walking down to the venue. Catch you guys at the venue. Guys, check out my feet today. See, I'm looking dapper. And yes, something happened in the bus today. As I got into the bus, you know, pay for the yes, always pay for your ride. Finished paying. There was no seat downstairs, so it's a double-decker bus. I went upstairs. I sat down upstairs. I saw this very lovely, dark-skinned girl by my side. She was looking at me when I got in, but I didn't know why she was looking at me. But after about 5 minutes in the bus, I just felt a tap at my left-hand side. Like, what's going on? Who's touching me in the bus? And I don't really like people touching me though. So I looked at her. She just said, "Sorry, excuse me. Please, what perfume do you have on?" I just smiled. I said, "Okay, I'll let you know. Can I have your phone, please?" She brought her phone. I went straight to her YouTube and I typed my channel in and I got a new subscriber. So I told her, watch the video. You would see where I talked about the perfume. And guys, the perfume I'm wearing, I'm not going to get keep. It's called Akoya by Giza perfume. So if you want to know more about the perfume, where to get it and the price and how nice it smells, go and watch my video. I made a very nice description there. I made a very nice review about the perfume there. Okay, time for me to look at the map so I don't get lost. It says 2 minutes. Am I in the right place? I think I am. It says 2 minutes. Maybe it's that way. I think it's that way. Let me let this one pass first and go. Yeah, I think I'm close by. Yeah. Guys, summer is around the corner, but it's still a bit chilly though. It's not 100% warm yet, but you can smell summer around the corner.
Turn right onto Neal Street.
Okay, I think I'm there. So, catch you guys inside.
My bro, capture.
Guys, I've seen the main man in charge, but he's busy, so let me not disturb him.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's Spencer. Nice to meet you. What's this about?
So basically, this is to help people make friends, help people have conversations. So it's a bingo challenge, and you make people ask them what they do. So if they meet any of these categories, you tick it and write their names. So that's what I've done. So I've made everyone that has something to do on this list. That makes me the winner.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much, my guy. How you doing? It's looking good.
Thank you so much.
You made your hair.
I try. What do you mean by my hair is looking good? My hair
Yes, my hair
is
wasn't looking this good now. But it was looking very rough. But now you cleaned up. Good. And you shaved your beard. Are you going on a date?
Tough time don't last. Tough people last.
Are you going on a date though?
Tough time don't last. Only
You're
tough
not
people
answering my
last.
question. Are you going on a date?
Let's say it again. Tough time don't last.
Tough people last.
Be here in this seminar, we're meeting great people, and also there's free drink and a bar. Hello, mate. How are you?
How are you?
Good. What's your name again?
My name is Ramesh.
Nice to meet you. So what's on the menu today?
So I have vodka, gin, spice rum, and your choice of Red Bull.
Oh, thank you. I want one. Can you do me vodka and any Red Bull that you feel will be good for me?
Yeah?
So guys, I want to try and sip something.
It's good for you.
Water is good for you guys. Don't drink too much. Don't listen to my friend. But Red Bull is also good for you. Red Bull is nice.
Enjoy.
Thank you so much. So guys, I'm just gonna pour my Red Bull in this and I'll sip it. Thank you.
I wish I could turn up.
The same.
It's a really nice one.
Summer edition.
Huh?
The new flavor summer edition.
Oh, this is really nice. So it's just letting me know that this is a new one, the summer edition. Yeah.
The watermelon.
Hello, Fola.
Olu. That's okay. It do happen.
Jesus Christ.
Please,
You know I'm angry.
Why? You are telling yourself don't say for that.
No, we gathered there. They shoot anti-change project for Nigeria. 2021. So that's why I'm angry. I'm angry with myself.
Look at
For-
that.
for-
Look at that.
For slaughtering your name. I'm so sorry.
Actually slaughtering. In fact, hands up and face you.
Nice to meet
Very
you.
good to see you. How's it going?
Good.
All right. Nice.
Guys, I'm going to interview this lovely lady when she's done. Stay tuned.
I think it's set, well, we have a quiz later on, but I think the creative economy is set to be, in Africa, I think 500 billion, something like that, or maybe it's 5 billion, I don't know, it's 5 billion, 500 billion, it's quite a big gap between two. We'll find out how quiz, what the actual amount is, but I think we're seeing more and more, especially in the UK, how ideas like social prescribing, which is like looking at how creativity and culture like dance, theatre can help a person's development as a human being, but also their well-being and their sense of self. And so for me, I'm really passionate about how we can use the creative arts to essentially push and advance our societies and culture, but also our economies, our healing, and just everything to do with us being human beings. I'm gonna hand it over to Penza.
Woo! All right. Good evening, everyone. So my name is Penza, and I'm the founder and creative director for Handling to Africa. So let me just give you guys a backstory. 2017, I started a social media conference back in Nigeria, and it was quite big. 2017, 2018, and 2019. But in 2020, COVID happened, and we couldn't sort of converge, and we thought that. We still want to do this event, but we didn't want to do it like online, because at the time we had like a couple of events that people were doing online. So 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, nothing happened. And mind you, I mean, I run a media agency and I manage talent, but that event for me was sort of an avenue where we sort of help people harness the use of social media. But in 2024, now we've all grown beyond the age of social media. Now you're not teaching people how to use social media anymore. Now it's a case of the creative industry, the creative market and all of that. So in 2024, we now decided to scale down this initiative to sort of empower creatives, and also much more create a space where creatives can sort of have network and also discuss collaborations for future projects. So my journey down the line has been from being a social media influencer to being an actor, to being a dancer, to being a media executive, to being a talent manager and all of that. And I've just come to realize that the creative space is kind of big and I live creative, right? So why don't I have a platform where I bring people together who are doing great work and sort of have conversations around the industry? Because I work a lot with celebrities, but they do not have like platforms like this where they speak out or have conversations with like minds, because there's always that platform, there's always that stage, big stage, that they get invited to speak, but they don't have conversations like this. So I thought that Habit Africa would sort of help bridge that gap, and that's why we say reach, connect, engage. And over the past 2 years, when we started to do intimate gatherings, we've had events with partnerships rather with brands like British Council, with brands like Google, and on Friday, that's just last week in Lagos, Nigeria, we had an event with UNDP, and that event was about how to infuse the intersection between AI artists and visual artists, the intersection between AI and African heritage. And the theme was African heritage in the age of AI. So we sort of had an event where we brought two industries together to sort of discuss how AI is helping to reimagine our culture. And then this event also, we had a conversation about it, like I mentioned earlier on, and I'm excited that we have a couple of founders, creative founders in the room, and we're discussing today about how you can collaborate, how you can also have projects with like minds. I'm sure a couple of us here are from either Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, I mean, anywhere, even not part of Africa, right? So, yeah, so I don't know if there's anything I'm missing, but I'm excited about this event and I'm happy to be here. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much.
But I don't know what group I'm in, but let's see, there's food. I need to try some food first. Oh, sorry. No, it's okay. Come in. Go on. She's shy, but she's not shy.
Don't want to interrupt your vlog.
So both of us are supposed to be in the quiz now, but we're getting food.
Yes. Priorities.
What's your name, please? Aliyah. My name is Victor. Well, my YouTube channel name is Loud Frame.
Loud Frame.
Yes, so please kindly give me a subscribe.
Like, subscribe, and
share.
Yes. Cool, we'll do that. Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. So what are we getting today?
Whatever isn't too interesting looking.
This is
a very basic palette.
This is called something rice.
Egg, and plantain.
It's not looking bad.
It's not.
So let's try it. So let's go for some rice.
No, this is actually nice.
Rice. Go to plantain, guys. That's the next place to go to. Oh, sorry. Plantain.
Okay. Question 3. What African country currently holds the largest creative economy?
I really don't know what these next ones are, so I'm not going to try what I don't know. What's this one?
Looks like a bread.
This one's egg. I have no idea.
What does it say on there? On here, look. The harder bread.
Harder bread sardine. Oh, I'm not going to try that. Guys, we have achieved the food. Time to go eat and join the game. Let's try the plantain first.
Any other reflections before we get to our next activity? No. Cool. So, our first activity, now that we're thinking about the economy, the creative economy, globally, but also in Africa, and also in the UK, what I would love for us to do is start thinking critically about what are some of the events, challenges, patterns, structures, or beliefs and mental models that are surrounding the creative industry, both here and abroad. So an example of this, I'll give you guys paper and pens to start reflecting on this, but for example, key events may be, a report that may have come out recently, or it might be, festivals that happen abroad. It might be, what other events have happened recently across the UK or African creative industries.
Even more so now, like with the coronavirus.
Observation is that African creators usually have to rely on a big brand for exposure, and allegedly, big brands, now that they know that we have some motion, they want to tap into our audience, and it's thought to be not necessarily with the most genuine intentions, but I would say it's quite capitalist, right? So the question is, why can't African creators, build their own brands and use their own influence to, drive economic impact, economic motion, which leads to the next question, which is like, what are the underlying structures that have supported these trends? Well,
sound of the music, and they had like the runways to represent like the fashion, which was really good. And they also had some people from Senegal that done a workshop in drum working and that, so that was really good. Other things that I've seen recently is the MOBO Awards and Afro-Nation that's coming up recently. The second of patterns and trends that I've noticed is that big brands such as Spotify is giving people the opportunities to use their spaces for their studios, like podcasting. And also I noticed that Nando's, they're getting people that are artists that want their music to be recorded, so they have like a space for them to use it to do their music. The third question, which is what are the underlying structures that have supported these trends? It would be people are more. Sorry, I'm just going over my legs. That's okay.
Is Focus Stories that Ravi Bunch there is group 3. I'm going to be sharing some of our discussions and observations, and they really are just that, discussions and observations. So, talking through some of the key events that we've noticed that present possibly opportunities for us as a community and as a diaspora. We've mentioned Homecoming already, that's come up. Afro-Nation, which has been happening. V&A East opening, that's fantastic. Talking about the V&A Museum, which I didn't know the East had opened, so that's very cool. Looking at things like the BAFTAs, Nigeria now has 2 new BAFTA winners, which is very exciting for us. Also in Nigeria, because my group is very heavily Nigerian, there with us. We are the largest creative economy of that, not? Yeah. Trusting Nigerians to do this. Anyway, the National Theatre is opening, and that's very iconic. Oh, it has reopened. It is an iconic monument event space in Nigeria that was first launched in 1977 and then closed on its life for a very long time. And there's been a lot of work that was done to bring that back to fruition, so that's phenomenal, because now we're seeing things like operas taking place, which is very exciting. And again, that opens up so much work for the creative industry, all sectors of it, which is very nice. We've seen rising rave culture in Nigeria as well, which is excellent. The Music is Black Festival, Cannes, not just the Cannes Film Festival, but Cannes Lyon, I think, there you go. Does anyone know about Ojibwe? This is very, anyways, it's another cool thing in Nigeria. So, very interesting events, creating a multitude of opportunities for all aspects of the creative sector, which is really nice. But then looking at some of the patterns, some of which are concerning for us, that we've noticed include things like favoritism. Nepotism is rife within our communities and our industries. It's a problem. We're looking at people choosing numbers and popularity over professionalism. It is good to come with your own community, so please do get your numbers up, let's be honest. But if we're choosing that to the detriment of people who are able to execute and do their jobs, that is a nuisance for us, and it then perpetuates the stereotype that we don't know what we're doing. Looking at just mediocrity again, continuously celebrating that. But when we go down to the supporting structures for some of these patterns, we're looking at making sure we're picking the right roles, looking at resources that we actually have. Information, education is key in making sure that we're ensuring that everyone is educated. Building infrastructure. When we talk about resources, we are getting people, for producers, for example, who are allocated funds. Some people in this room have got funding before, but we have issues of how those funds are being spent, whether they're being spent in the way they need to be, or whether we're building resorts.
For the landscape of film in general, and in terms of enabling also us as Africans, but also those with ethnic minorities to see their stories as valid, and to also compete against the giants in regards to only using 90 million to make it, but then I think he made his money back like 3 or 4 times over, you know what I'm saying? So that did a big thing for the visual media world, I would say. I would also say the war that's going on right now in the Strait of Hormuz, thank you, in regards to how it's now made the West dependent on places like Nigeria for its oil, which then in return should benefit the ecosystem of Nigeria, but also Africa as a whole. So how that brings in revenue to also help creative industries on the continent as well could be a thing. Netflix and Amazon continue to put money into African production this year, kind of, but also kind of going into another point, companies like Canal Plus. So I don't know who knows about MultiChoice here. Yeah, so Canal Plus is a French production company. They now own MultiChoice, which means that essentially France, right, have the authority to commission African content, which has meant that a lot of African countries that are not happy with this, they're going inside themselves to find ways to be sustainable on their own accord, which I think is actually a good thing, because we don't want to rely on foreign powers who now have broadcasting authority. Go ahead.
Also, I'm not sure if anyone knows this, but Africa's tech entertainment has actually peaked over 1 billion this year. Gaming is actually very big, with 90 to 95% of people actually using mobile. So gaming, in terms of, Nigeria especially is a big one in terms of gaming. Very, very popular in Africa. Not a lot of people know this, but I feel like in terms of the infrastructure, obviously there needs to be more work done, in that case. But I feel like in terms of the pipeline with us as diaspora, going back and investing in these infrastructures, for like perhaps maybe needs more conversing about. You have China, India. They study abroad, bring back the income, build infrastructure, rinse and repeat. I feel like if you have that same mindset, we'll be on a good way.
And I think to that point,
giving them our IP. So some of the patterns and the trends that have actually, we've been able to see from this is the deconstruction of DEI, and within that, we've actually seen that the funding didn't just disappear. It's still there, but it's part of a larger pot. So we're not actually competing against one another. We're actually getting the whole pie. So we're actually participating in a larger pie, and a lot of us still kind of have that old school mentality, thinking that one is on the top, but that's not actually what's happening. We're actually competing within, not even competing, but we're participating in the 500 billion rather than the 1 billion or 2 million that they will put forward the DEI programs in and around the city. And the underlying structures that have supported that trend is actually us in the room and the way that we've actually had our communities, because the reality is that whether you pay for the event or you don't pay for the event, it's actually what you do and where you go and how you choose to spend your time. You still, paid for gas to get here, or you still bought a ticket for the underground, wherever, and you're adding value to the space by participating in the space. So and a lot of those core beliefs are based on them saying that we can't have money anymore, and then we said, Banda, we're gonna actually create what we want, and then we're actually going to say, all right, we're going to these spaces. So that's a lot of what's happening right now. It's more local, and it's it's more local, and it's more broader and more wider in terms of who we can participate with and who we can work with. So
Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Olufemi Gutamu, but you can call me Penza, and I'm the creative director and founder for Handle It Africa.
So why is this, should I call it meetup or
yes,
going on today?
so it's actually a creative mixer where we have creatives and creative founders come together to network and then have conversations about the industry and much more Africans in diaspora, where we just look at how the industry is doing and how we can sort of do better, basically. And now we have a couple of creatives networking in groups and then solving different quizzes. So this event is just an intimate gathering of people who are passionate about the creative industry and want to change things.
So is this the first time you're having this?
No, this is not the first time. We've done a couple of events back in Nigeria, but this is the first time in the UK, and we're excited about this. And we've been planning to do this for about almost 2 years now, just looking for the right partner. And finally, we're partnering with a brand called Our People, and it's been a good one.
So are we going to see more of this in the UK?
Absolutely, by God's grace. We're going to do more events in this regard. This is the first of many, so stay tuned and watch out.
So is this just going to be only in London, or are you going to move to other cities?
To be honest, as long as we get partners and maybe some funding, we can do it anywhere. We can even move to Birmingham, to Manchester, to anywhere, So as long as we have so the idea is to build community from city to city. So we're moving. It's a moving train.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hey everyone, my name is Elsa Tunde Khaled and I'm the founder of Our Peoples.
So can you briefly tell us what's going on today?
So today we're hosting a collaborative networking and ideation event for African, Caribbean creative founders across the diaspora.
So what's the idea behind this creative event?
So the idea behind today is essentially thinking about how we can collectively identify the opportunities and challenges, strengths and weaknesses across the industry, as well as think about how we can collectively ideate solutions, ideas, businesses, services that we can create to better help our system and our industry grow.
Okay. I understand that this is like the first of its kind you guys are having in London.
So we've had a few of these events. This is our first time collaborating with Handle It Africa. We're really excited to partner with them.
So are we going to be seeing this in other cities in the UK, like Birmingham, Manchester, and the rest?
Yeah, I'd love to do more of these across the UK, Birmingham, Manchester, also globally, you know, Africa, Kenya, Ghana, Nigeria, Jamaica. I'd love to do more of these, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please.
Hi guys, my name is Akinyemi Anyelua. I'm a lawyer and I work in music.
Please, can you tell us why you're here today?
Yeah, I'm here to support my friend. His name is Penza. He runs Handle It Africa. Amazing guy. He invited me to come, you know, experience what he's working on. And I'm happy to be here. It's been great so far. I'm happy to see, you know, Nigeria and the rest of the diaspora, you know, exploring ways to, you know, find solutions for the creative industry.
I'm a lawyer here. What is your advice to upcoming artists or a new artist that wants to sign a record label deal with the label, and what are the key things they need to know as an artist?
Yeah, my advice to talent is that they should have an understanding of what it takes to go into partnership with a record company. Usually, a lot of talented people are desperate, they want to be seen, they want to be heard, but they do not understand the value chain of what it means to translate being talented to being commercially or culturally successful. Usually, a talented person needs a lot of resources to be able to amplify the talent so that they can monetize the talent. And that is where the gaps are. Usually, the label comes with funding, expertise, and their channels for exploitation.
1 minute
and
left.
It is usually like a trade-off. The label says, hey, if I'm going to take you from where you are to maybe like a higher realm with your talent, I would be getting this as profit because I'm investing in you and I want something in return. So every talent should understand the value chain, understand the exchange. When you give whoever is, you know, when you give your talent, you want something in return. Whoever is giving you whatever in return also wants something for themselves. So if you understand that, you'll be able to maybe develop your sound, develop your artistry, develop your own audience so that you have leverage. When you have leverage, which means you have an advantage, you can do a deal that is favorable to yourself and also favorable to whoever is investing in you. And also, do not go into relationships without leaning on legal advice. You would need that. You need someone to read the fine print, read the contract, understand the rights you are giving out, and whatever compensation is coming to you, you need to understand it before you sign. So those are the things that I believe every talent should, you know, be aware of. If you're watching this, if you're a talent as well, you must understand it so that you do not make terrible decisions that would, you know, affect your career long term.
Thank you. So if Penza calls you again for this event in another city,
guys.
will you turn up?
Yeah, man, he's my guy, and I'm so proud of him. He does amazing work, and he's been growing, and this is amazing to see. Many thanks to the organizers of this event. I believe our people and Handle It Africa is an amazing idea, you know, bringing creatives together to share ideas, to network. Always a great idea. Well done to you guys. God bless.
Thank you. And I would say to you that once you are able to sort of connect with people in this room, big things are going to happen from here. So, amen, right? Amen. Yeah. So, whether you're from Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, Kenya, or Rwanda, Rwanda, because Rwanda is the next big thing, right? Yeah. So, which Rwanda here? You can't announce it, right? You can Rwanda. So, or if you're from UK or anywhere, I just think that you need to connect. For me, my take home tonight is that I'm not living the way I came, right? The same way I came. I'm definitely making new friends. My Instagram is up and down fellow, and you can follow me, I'll follow back. And to follow our peoples, Agilent Africa, and a shout out to Red Bull UK for hosting us. Thank you so much, guys.
I just want to say, yeah, one more massive taking a risk on not releasing your ideas. So, yeah, as I said, please give us a follow. Also, scan our QR code and leave your feedback and your reflections.
It's very important. It's very important. We need your feedback. So
please, we need more funding. We want to do a report. We want to do great things. So please give us your feedback and your reflections. Grab a drink, grab some food, and yeah, thank you guys again.
It's been a good learning process today. I've learned a lot. I've met some few good people, and if you like more of this content, I want more of this content like this, like, subscribe, and share. I'll bring more of this creative space content. I feel like we as Africans and Caribbeans, we need to connect more. That way we can be able to grow the industry and everything. And again, shout out to Red Bull. Red Bull, if you see this, cut me a check, please, guys. And